All right. Welcome to the University of Regina presentation. I'll just start out by you can answer or ask some questions throughout, but currently I cannot see the questions. I'm only able to see the PDF that I am showing you. So throughout, we can send you some different links through the chat, but questions would have to wait until the end. So to get started, we always like to do the land acknowledgement. So the University of Regina is situated on Treaty 4 lands with a presence in Treaty 6. These are the territories of the Cree, Dakota, Lakota, and Nakota, and the homeland of the Métis Nation. Today, these lands continue to be the shared territory of many diverse peoples from near and far. To start out, my name is Emma Chakri. I am the Communications Coordinator in Enrollment Services. I have a Bachelor of Arts. I finished my degree in 2020 spring, and I have a major in Media Art and Performance. My concentration is Creative Technologies, and my minor is Photography. So it's a very long title. Basically, what I did was like graphic design, marketing, photography, all of that fun stuff all wrapped up in one. Originally, I'm from Weyburn, Saskatchewan, and that's about an hour and a little bit away from Regina. So I got away, but not too far, so I can still go see my family. I have 4 nephews and 1 little niece on the way, so I'm very family oriented, and it was nice to be that close. Currently, I'm also taking extra classes through the Hill School of Business in marketing, and I'm hoping to do a master's in marketing in the future. Enough about me. We'll go to the university while you're here. So we have a couple different sections we'll be talking about today. So we are achievers is the first one. So with that, our main really great program is You Are Guarantee program. So what this is it's a program that you start in your first year. Within any time in your first year, you meet with an advisor. They kind of let you know what you're supposed to be doing, but they give you a little bit of a push. It's completely free. You meet with them twice a year, and it's supporting you through your university experience, including finding employment after graduation, because that's the main thing, right? So you'll be attending workshops on academic skills, resume building, interview skills, and career advice. The best part of this program is that if you don't secure career related employment within 6 months of graduation, you'll be eligible to come back for a full year of free classes for undergraduate. So you can get a certificate or you can upgrade some classes. That just means that if you get a degree through the U of R, we're giving you that guarantee that you'll be able to find a job because that's everybody's end goal. The really great thing about this program, since it was started in 2009, we've only had to bring back 5 students. So it just goes to show that you can get a job after you get a degree with us. The next one is We Are Partners, and that's through experiential learning. So along with getting an education, usually jobs ask for experience as well. So how do you get that experience when you need an education first? But what we offer is a couple different things. So cooperative education and internships, these are generally paid, which is really great because you can get off that diet of ramen and actually make a little bit of money in your university career. And then we have fieldwork, practicums, and professional placements. So all of these are just dependent on your degree and your program. So personally, I did 3 professional placements. So I didn't get paid per se, but I did get credits. So I paid tuition and I was able to work actually in the office that I'm working in now. So it was really nice to get that extra experience, and I got a job after I graduated. So that worked very well. I've had friends that went through practicums with the places that hired them after graduation too. So you get that networking experience as well. And if you look over to the right of the screen is you actually make some good money when you're doing the cooperative education and internships. collectively last year, our students made $11 million. So you can definitely make some money throughout university as well. The next one is Explorers. So a really cool program that we have is the Study Abroad program. So the University of Regina has partnerships with 450 universities in 70 countries. So you have a little bit of an option of where you want to go. You can gain a competitive advantage for employment. You add value to your university degree, get cross-cultural knowledge. You can learn a new language, and you can do it for as long or as little as you want. So I had a friend that went to Germany for, I think he was gone about 6 months. But it was really nice because he didn't have to put his university education on hold because you can take classes where you're going. So you'll pay the same tuition as if you were to stay in Regina, which is really nice because usually international students pay a good chunk of money to go study international. So it's really nice that we have those partnerships. So you won't have to put your degree on hold. You'll get those credits transferred over and you can go for any length of time. And it's also nice because once you're over in a place like Europe, you can go to different places on the weekend. So every weekend it seemed like he was in another country. So it was really cool. The next one is we are innovators. So with impactful research, as a student, you have access to world-renowned researchers, and you can also work for them, which is super cool. You can work as a lab or a teaching assistant, and you can make some money as well through that. Um, to the left over here is a couple different things that are going on right now. So psychology and English are researching accessible digital art making tools through eye tracking technology. There's some COVID-19 related research. And there's also in kinesiology and health studies, there's concussions, sports, health risks, and recovery. So you can do this and like get your name on papers throughout your university degree as well, which looks really great on resumes. And the last one from these five is your home. We are your home. So whether we are your if you live in Regina, we are your home university. So you don't have to go there. You're already home. If you are coming from out of town, like I was, you can live on campus. That was a really important thing to me is that I could live on campus and get that whole university experience that you can see in different movies. It was really nice because I didn't have to worry about figuring out a bigger city. In my first year, I lived on campus for 2 years and I absolutely loved it. I had a 4-bedroom apartment, so I had 3 other roommates, one of which was from Weyburn with me, so you can request roommates. A nice thing is all utilities are included, so you don't have to worry about calling every single thing like water, heating, electricity, internet. It's all included in your contract, in your one time or your rent, which saves you a lot of time and hassle. The furniture is included as well, so you don't have to go pay for a bunch of like furniture. You don't have to bring a moving van. The basics are included. So you'll get your bed, dresser, desk, kitchen table, your appliances, that kind of thing. So it's really easy. You have 24/7 access to housing staff. So if you lock yourself out of your room, which I did quite a bit, they'll be able to help you if you just give them a call. They're there in like 5 to 10 minutes. And if you need any like maintenance, if you need light bulbs or garbage bags, they'll give it to you as well. They put on so many events and life skill programs. So they'll have cooking classes, they'll have like coffee and donuts, or they'll have arts and crafts, kind of anything to just get you out of your studying and give your brain a little bit of a break. You're close to everything on campus. So the food options, the Tim Hortons, the gym and the swimming pool, you're like 5 minutes away from everything. As well, you can sleep in and still get to your class. So that was important for me because I like sleeping in because I like my sleep. But I was still able to wake up 10 minutes before class and still get there on time. So yeah, that was awesome. So we have two options for on-campus housing. So the first one is U of R Housing Services, and this year they've started your priority. So it's a first-year housing experience. It ensures that our first-year students have the most fulfilling experience possible. This means that we bring services such as academic advising, counseling, career exploration, social programming, life skills, tutoring, and anything you can think of generally right to your doorstep. So we're just making sure that your first year um, is the best that it can be, and it makes you ready for the rest of your university career. So that's U of R Housing Services. They have a few different options, all on their website. They have anything from dorms, studios, to like 6 or 8 bedroom apartments. The nice thing about it is, though, that you always get your own room. The next option is the Student Village at Luther College. So you don't have to be a Luther College student. And Luther College, as I'll say in the next slide, is one of our 3 federated colleges. So it's still on campus. It's just a smaller community than U of R Housing Services. You have free laundry, which is great. You have the cafeteria right downstairs with all of your meal plans included in your rent. And you have like the free laundry, free Wi-Fi, no application fee. It's like a smaller community, but it's very inclusive as well. So as for our federated colleges, you're still gaining a University of Regina degree. And the picture on the left here just shows that everything's on the main campus. So this is our campus, and those arrows are pointing to the federated colleges. So you're not going to be away from the main campus. You'll still be on the same area. You'll get your University of Regina degree, which is great. You'll have additional scholarship opportunities, one-on-one academic advising, and each one has unique supports and programming. The nice thing about it is you're kind of like a dual citizen. You'll have the options for University of Regina, what their students have, as well as the Federated College. So with Luther College, they have a really great first year bundling program. So what this is, if you are in, say, pre-professional studies, you'll have a group of other first year students that are as well in first year pre-professional studies. So you'll go into your classes together. So you'll have English, bio, a few of the classes all together. You'll know at least a couple people in those classes, and you can work with them and have your study sessions and everything. Luther's rooted in social justice, environmental sustainability, global citizenship, and it's a great place because the last day of their classes, they generally give you cookies and juice, which I loved, which was pretty great. Campion College, Campion's mission is to help form students into individuals who provide service within the society. They have a holistic education. They focus on developing students intellectually, spiritually, and socially. They have new scholarships, new entrant scholarships. They also have their own kind of study abroad option as well, specifically through Campion for Campion students. And they have free tutors and engaged learning as well. First Nations University of Canada, they offer they specialize in Indigenous knowledge, providing post-secondary education for Indigenous and non-Indigenous students, alike within a supportive environment. As well, I will mention with all of the federated colleges, you don't have to meet certain requirements. So for Luther and Campion, they're based in their specific religions, but you don't have to be. And with First Nations University of Canada, you don't have to be Indigenous to be a student there. And as well with these, you can always be, say, a University of Regina student like I was, and I always took classes in all of the Federated Colleges. They are specifically um, they have specific seats for their own students, but then U of R students can come in as well. What I really liked, apart from the cookies with Luther, I really liked that they were smaller class sizes. So one class that I had issues with a little bit in high school was English. So I went through Luther College for that. And I had like 13 people rather than 50 or more. So it was really nice to kind of get that one-on-one experience with the prof and get a better grade than I would have if I wasn't able to have that. So I've talked a lot about kind of the core sections of the university. Now it's time to look at the courses we offer. So these are all of our faculties. I'll talk a little bit of each. At the University of Regina, we have over 150 programs, so there's generally a little bit in there for everybody. So the Faculty of Arts is where you'll have your anthropology, English, history, human justice, police studies, all of those type of programs like the humanities and social sciences. It's also a nice faculty to start in if you're not really sure what you're wanting to do. Because the base of all of our degree programs are generally the same, you'll need your Englishes, you'll need a couple social sciences. You can start in the Faculty of Arts and then decide after what program that you're wanting to go into without wasting any time because classes generally move over pretty well. Faculty of Science. So if you are interested in science or math, computer science, actuarial science, which is a lot of math I've heard, geology, physics, psychology, which is within both arts or science, just generally where you want your base to be. This is the faculty for you. We have a couple of joint programs with like Saskatchewan Polytechnic with like medical imaging. You would take Saskatchewan Polytechnic's program first, and then you can ladder that into a degree as well with medical laboratory science. Pre-professional options. So with all of these pre-professional programs, you need a base in your undergraduate, either a degree or a couple years. So we offer those. We don't offer the specific professional programs, but we do have partnerships with universities that do. And so you would start with us and get those first classes that you need, and then we will help you get into those professional colleges as well. So, Faculty of Media Art and Performance. I may be biased because this was my first faculty. I absolutely loved it. It's for more so creative minds, and it's really great to use media art and performance classes as electives, fun classes to get you out of writing lots of exams and doing lots of tests. It's just kind of a little bit of a brain break. So, we have anything from visual arts, art history, creative technologies, like what I took, film studies, music, all of that awesome stuff. And we have really great spaces. We have a maker space, which has a VR system, laser printing, 3D printing, all of that. We have a gallery right on campus that offers options for students who are in the arts to showcase their work. And they have lots of events as well, which is great. Faculty of Business Administration. So this is my new faculty. I'm now taking classes in marketing, like I said before. But this is where you want to be if you're wanting to maybe own a business or even just get that business knowledge. There's accounting, finance, general management, administration, human resource management. And the nice thing about business is that you don't actually have to pick your major, if at all, until your like third or fourth year. Then you take those specific classes. So you can get a really general business degree without having to specifically be like, hey, I want to be in accounting and then decide later that actually, no, I want to do human resource management. And if you want, you can start, if you're in another faculty, but you also want that business knowledge, you can start with these certificates that they offer. So there's the administration level 1, level 2, as well as the diploma, and then you can ladder into the full 4-year bachelor as well. Education. So if you're wanting to be a teacher, this is where you would go. So we offer a couple different options: arts education, French education, elementary, Indigenous, middle years, and then Saskatchewan urban teacher education as well. Also on the right-hand side, you'll see joint programs. So if you want to do music and be like a music teacher, you can do that. If you want to do kinesiology, then you can do that as well as science. So you'll basically be kind of that, um, you'll have in 2 faculties basically. So that's a really cool option as well. Faculty of Engineering and Applied Science. So the system-based approach is what we do at the University of Regina, sorry. Our interdisciplinary approach to engineering combines traditional engineering education with a business and resources or human services knowledge. So this prepares students to work in a variety of fields and disciplines. So the options that we have is electronic systems, environmental, industrial, petroleum, and software. So you're not only getting that knowledge for engineering, but you'll also get how the business works without having to do that business program. But again, you can do those certificates within your degree as well. La Cité University, sorry, I suck at French, so I'm not gonna try that and butcher it. But this is where our French programs are. I took 2 French programs, but again, I'm not great at it. But it's really great because they have the French and Francophone intercultural studies, as well as a certificate in French as a second language. So you can go in knowing absolutely nothing about French and come out pretty bilingual, which is awesome to have that because, I mean, French is Canada's second language, so it's generally pretty important. So you can take different classes. There's travel opportunities. The French education is with La Cité as well as the education faculty. And you get extra scholarships and everything as well. Faculty of Kinesiology and Health Studies. So this is all about humans, how we work, different things like that. So gerontology, the study of aging, health promotion, human kinetics. There's a sport and recreation management program. One of my friends is doing that, and he works for the Saskatchewan Hockey League, and he does like their recruiting and he also like works with the athletes as well. Therapeutic recreation, health studies, Indigenous health studies. There's lots of programs within the kinesiology and health studies faculty. Faculty of Nursing. So this is our direct entry program. So you don't have to do that first year of general arts and sciences, which is awesome. You'll get into your clinical right in your first year. So you'll start to get that in-person, like be jumped in right away within your first year, which is awesome. And this is a program that's offered jointly by us at the U of R and Saskatchewan Polytechnic. So you'll be a student of both institutions. So this is competitive entry. So you do have to make sure your grades are high. And there's only one intake per year. So you'll definitely want to make sure that you hit that deadline or else you'll be waiting another year. But there's 2 options for locations. There's Regina and Saskatoon. There's also a bilingual program. So if you speak French and you want to do the bilingual nursing program, you can do that as well. My cousin did this program in Saskatoon, and she said it was awesome because other students that she had talked to They didn't even get into clinical until their second year, and then they realized, actually, no, I don't want to deal with blood and everything. So they had that first year that they didn't get that, and then they had to kind of figure it out after. But whereas with our program, you get clinical every like all throughout, so it's really great. So you can figure out what you want to do. Faculty of Social Work. So we are actually the only institution in Saskatchewan to offer a Bachelor of Social Work degree. And there's so many options. You can do it in person in Regina or Saskatoon or distance learning. So we have partnerships with the colleges around Saskatchewan. You can do online as well, which is awesome for students who are working full time or are in different locations and can't really come to Regina or Saskatoon. They can do it. It's really great because it's geared towards yourself. There's the pre-social work first, and then you would ladder it into social work. You have to basically apply through the faculty for that. But I've had lots of friends who have gone through social work and taken the bachelor's degree, and they absolutely love it. And it's a really great program. We also offer Indigenous social work as well, so it's really rooted in like Indigenous culture and social work and how that works into it. So flexible study options. So we offer lots of different options because life happens. So we offer evening classes if you work during the day, weekend classes if you work during the week, as well as online classes, even outside of the pandemic. We offer online classes. That was a really good one for me because in the spring and summer, I went back home and worked full time, but I was still able to take these online classes and get ahead in my studies. We have certificate and diploma programs if you're not ready to do that 4-year program just yet. As well, we have transition programs. So high school accelerated, you can take a class before university and get a credit even before you come, and summer bridge as well. So you can start a little bit early, get your English 100 done. There's lots of different options. Campus life. This is huge because our campus community is amazing. We offer so many different student supports to make sure you are doing the best you can. So we have tutoring services, the ambassador program, which helps you get really great volunteer experience, which looks amazing on resumes, as we all know. Student success workshops. So if you're having trouble with like time management or you want to do resume building or anything, we offer all of those workshops. The Tatawaw Student Center is based in Indigenous knowledge, but you don't have to be Indigenous like First Nations University to be a part of it. The OMA program is specifically for Indigenous students, though. First year students, it's kind of like a transitional program for them. There's Knowledge Keepers, a student lounge. If you go to the library and there's no computers available, they generally have a couple open, which is awesome. And they have like movie nights. So who doesn't like a movie night? Academic and Career Education Center. So this is where you would go for career counseling, networking activities, academic advising if you can't get into your faculty, and student employment services like the co-op program that I was talking about. And then additionally, we also have counseling services free for all students. All of this is free, which is amazing. We have the Students Union. So if you want to be a part of it, they do have elections and they have a lot of great programs for our students as well. And then Center for Student Accessibility. So if you have different needs, go and chat with them and they can give you different things that they offer, which is awesome. It just helps you with your university experience. Sports and recreation. So if you are an athlete, we have so many different options. So our main team is Cougars, and then Rams is football. So Cougars is everything else, and then we have Rams. So we have 2 mascots, which is pretty fun. So if you want to be in the intervarsity teams or Varsity sports teams, there's so many options. And then we also have intramurals. We have open gym time. If you just want to go shoot some hoops with some friends, you have that within your student fees as well. Like they are right here. So those are all of our intramural teams. And then we also have UR fitness classes. I loved taking a yoga class every Wednesday at 4 o'clock. I did that for my, I think, first 3 years. It was just a nice break, and they're very, the UR fitness classes are very inexpensive. So instead of going somewhere else off campus, I had to pay like a fraction of the price, and have it on campus and be able to do that every week just to kind of de-stress a little bit. Clubs and organizations. So we have the student unions, faculty societies, fine arts clubs, and different things. Student-run clubs as well. So there's a little bit of everything for everyone. And if there's not a club or organization that fits your needs, you can make one. So I think we have a Star Wars club. Like, there's different things, generally anything you can think of. And then if you want, you can build your own. Okay, so join our campus. If something piqued your interest, let us know with the questions, or you can book an enrollment counseling. But here's the steps. So you're going to pick a program that matches your interests. If you're kind of deciding between a couple, again, chat with us, make an enrollment counseling appointment. Number 2, review the admission requirements. So these are all on our website. It's different for what type of student you are. So if you're a high school student, it'll be different than if you're a post-secondary student or a mature student. And then you'll submit an application and all of the required documents. So you would fill out your application online, and then send us your transcripts and anything else that we may need. So there are a couple application deadlines. So nursing, like I said, they only have 1 intake per year, so you'll definitely want to get in there. So that's February 15th. And then the early application deadline is March 15th. So this includes entrance scholarships. So you'll definitely want to make sure you get those in by March 15th if you're wanting some free money, which is generally pretty great. So early conditional admission. So this slide is for our high school students. So we do have early conditional admission. This means that we take your grade 11 and grade 12 classes, see how you do, see if you have the average. We only take 5 classes, and we take say if you have a grade 11 and grade 12 English course, but your grade 11 one's higher, we'll take that one. Gives you a little bit of a better chance for those entrance scholarships as well. So you can see the faculty, what average you need, and the required courses. Do keep in mind, though, that these courses change for final admission, and you can find those on our website for final admission courses, just to make sure that you're covering all your bases. And as for scholarships, so this shows you the different scholarships that we have that are specifically, this little chart here is the entrance scholarship. So it's based on your transcripts. But we have so many other options for you. We have a program called SAMS. It's a database. You choose what scholarships you want, you fill out 1 application, which is amazing, saves you lots of time, and then you can see what you'll be able to get. There's also government student financial aid. So depending on your province, there's different requirements, but there's also provincial and federal student loans and grant opportunities. And if you have any questions about those, we do have our student awards and financial aids department. So it's just SAFA, SAFA at uregina.ca, or you can call them as well, and you can get all of those questions answered, because it can be confusing. Trust me, I was definitely confused. But yeah, so then admission requirements for final admission, you'll definitely want to take a look at the requirements, like I said, and then we need official documents. So if you have a transcript we can't technically take that. We need it to come from your institution or the province itself. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to ask us. Final transcripts need to be submitted by August 1st for the fall semester. So you'll want to make sure that you order them ahead of time so that you'll be able to stay in your classes and have everything you need. So upcoming events that we have the high school application workshop on October 25th. All of these times are in Central Standard Time in Saskatchewan time, so make sure you keep note of that. And there's limited spots available for that. So this is for our early admission days for high school students. So that one's specifically for high school. So we'll basically help you go through your application and everything. The U of R information session. So if you want to come to another one of these, we do have another one October 30th at 4:30. Or if you just want to hear it again or get some more questions answered. We also have Ask a Recruiter drop-in sessions. So that's Wednesdays between 12 and 1 Central Standard Time. And you can just hop into a Zoom room and ask the questions that you need. Or you can also, if you want to do it one-on-one, book an enrollment counseling with us. We're always happy to chat with our students or future students. And then we also have faculty-specific information sessions coming up at all times usually. So you can check at any time youareconnected.uregina.ca for any upcoming events. Like I said, for early admission days for high school students, it's on now until the 28th, so you have a couple more days. What this is for specifically high school students. You'll submit your early conditional application, and then you can book an appointment with one of us, and we'll let you know if you got in, and then we'll go through your what's next steps with you. It's kind of it's better than just getting that email saying, "Hey, congratulations." It's more personable, and we definitely love having the conversations with our new students. So definitely take a look at that on our website. And yeah, we can't wait for you to join our campus community. If you need more information or anything, attend our events. Come to our tour our campus. We offer campus tours all throughout, and we love to show off our campus because it is beautiful. You can book an enrollment counseling over the phone, over Zoom, or if you come to Regina, you can just let us know. That's our information there. You are connected at uregina.ca, enrollment services, and then our phone number as well. We'd love to chat. Our times for the phone are, again, Central Standard Time, 8:30 to 4:15, Monday to Friday. And I'm going to stop sharing now. And we can answer some questions. So I'm not sure if we had been sending. I'm just going to go up to the top here. So community opportunities, like I said, there's lots throughout the university. As well, the community, there's tons happening at all times. If you're wanting to do volunteering, we have like Big Brothers Big Sisters, which is a program that you would get paired up with like a child who you can do some different things with. We have lots of different volunteer opportunities. Sorry, I'm just looking over here. Services I talked about. If you have more questions about what services are available to students, let us know. How diverse is the campus? We have a very diverse campus. We have lots of international students as well. So it's a great opportunity to chat with them, get some knowledge from different cultures. My first year roommates were from China, so it was really great to chat with them and see how their culture was and meet new people. I have one of my best friends came here from Mexico, and I met her in one of my classes. So it's very diverse. Um, Online learning, as I said, we do have lots of options. Um, for international students, we don't deal with international admissions. That's actually a separate office. So if you go to our U Regina website, which we might have already sent it, and then just go UR International, you can get all of the information there. Um, let's see. Sorry, I'm just seeing. I generally went over most of these. You are not too late if you want to apply to the winter semester. Our application is open. Classes do start with registration for first year students at the beginning of November. So you do have time. Just submit an application if you're not really sure what you want to do. Again, feel free to book an enrollment counseling or come to one of those drop-in sessions. Let me see. So early admission, so the question is early admission better than normal admission? So early admission, you get those entrance scholarships, which is free money, like I said, if you have like the specific grades that was on that slide. It kind of gives you a seat in that program, gives your seat specifically for you, but you also want to make sure that you are meeting the final requirements, because if you are admissible early conditional but then miss one of those final requirements, then you need to figure out a different way. So definitely make sure that you are getting that. With the early admission days for high school students, there's also a $50 or I guess 50% discount. So instead of paying $100 to apply, you can pay 50, and you get that admission right away within that next week when you book your appointment. So it's not technically better, but it is really great for high school students because you want to be thinking about the future, getting those scholarships, getting everything in a row. And if you don't get our newsletters through email, you can sign up on our You Are Connected site and receive um, all of those upcoming events and everything. I did forget to mention that early admission days is only open to current domestic high school students. So just make sure you note that. Let's see what else we have. Um, I think I have everything. What opportunities are there for people wanting to learn remotely? So we do have a couple programs specifically for remote, like online students, and you get access to a lot, just not on campus, obviously, those ones, but all of the services do have components online. You can email or call and have those opportunities. I will note that our winter semester we are hoping to be more normal, so there will be less remote and more like on campus, like it usually is the traditional university life. Um, and then, oh yeah, and then there's the international student scholarships for that last question. Again, with international students, it is through UR International, so definitely take a look at their website. Um, and I think we are at time. So thank you for being here with us. I hope you learned a lot from myself. If you have any questions, please take a look at our website and book an appointment with us. We're always happy to help out. So thank you.